to have a talk. Sit down.
Daddy left home. I know he did.
Heather, there's something very important that I want to tell you. So sit down.
Daddy left home, didn't he?
Sit!
All right.
Now, Heather, what I have to tell you is going to be a great shock for you. But you have to know the truth, so brace yourself. Your daddy left home.
Can I have his blue sweatshirt?
Heather, it's just you and me now. It's you and me against the world.
Tom Cruise's mother got married again. Aren't you going to get married again?
I don't know.
You mean Daddy may come back?
I don't know.
You want Daddy to come back?
I don't know.
What do you want?
I don't know.
How can you not know? What do you be 31 years old for?
Listen, Heather, I have something to tell you, and it's very important, so I want you to listen to this, okay? Now, it's very important. Now, are you listening?
Yes, Mother.
Good. Because this is philosophy. Now, what I want to tell you is, the longer you live, the less you know.
Well, I know more than I did 3 years ago. Because 3 years ago, I thought babies came from the hospital. But this year, I know the trick.
Heather, go to school. And don't forget what I told you, all right? We will be having more of these heart-to-heart talks now that your upbringing is solely my responsibility. Go to school.
I haven't had breakfast yet.
Heather, you are really making me very nervous. Now, why don't you go next door and Grandma will give you breakfast?
I can't eat there. Grandma makes me nervous.
Why?
Because she always talks to her plants in the morning.
Go next door.
Why can't I eat here?
Go next door.
I'd rather eat here. I know, go! You don't have to tell me. I'm going. Hi, Grandpa. Daddy left home.
Miss 4.
Oh, now, don't you worry your little head about it.
All right. I'm not worried about it now. Now, would you explain to me, what is it for?
It's to make you all better. Now, let me fix this little foot, see?
Wait,
Wait, no, just relax now, relax.
You know, there is nothing wrong with my leg.
Now just relax. Let me fix the other foot, see? There.
Excuse me.
There, now you'll be as good as gold.
Excuse me.
Just
Wait a
relax.
second. Oh, nurse. Hey.
What happened? How come you're in traction?
That's what I'd like to know.
Well, maybe it's a new kind of treatment.
For heart attack.
Yeah, well, maybe they're trying to keep the blood in your heart.
That doesn't make any sense at all. I'm trying to call her on the buzzer.
Listen, what I wanted to say, what I want you to know is that I'm not angry at you, about what happened between you and Mary. I'm really not. And I'll probably strangle her next time I see her. But, and anyway, I'm not going to cry. And I just want to know one thing. Why did you do this to me?
Kathy, look. Please don't be upset. Look, sit down and I'll try and explain everything to you. Look, I never wanted to hurt you. I never wanted to hurt anybody. I'll try and explain that it's... I won't make any excuses either for what I did to you.
All right. Okay, Dennis.
Things just happened so fast that they kind of got out of control, and that's not a situation I'm used to. I can usually handle things no matter how involved they get.
You mean like, playing around with a lot of girls all at the same time?
No. Not playing around. Like searching and just looking to find the girl that I'd like to settle down with.
Did you think I was the one when you proposed to me?
I thought this way it was going to work out. And then something happened.
What?
Mary.
Mary Hartman, my sister?
Yeah.
You're not Mr. McNulty.
No, I never said I was.
Why didn't you tell me you're not?
Look, you know, I'm not a lot of people. It never occurred to me to list all the ones I'm not.
Well, you should have told me. I don't understand what you're trying to do. You're not supposed to be in traction. Now, what do you want to be in traction for?
I didn't want to be in traction.
All you had to do was to tell me that you're not that man, Mr. McNutty. Oh, this is a hospital. It's not an amusement park. We have very important work to do. Now, please, will you just not waste any more of our time? All right? No more of your little tricks. Now, take this.
What is it?
I can't waste more time with you. Now, just take it.
Thank you.
So what happened with you and Mary?
What happened with Mary was not something that I planned. I certainly never planned that. I never intended to get involved with her.
So is she the one that went after you?
No. No, I don't mean that at all. I want you to know that it's not Mary's fault. I mean, it's not her doing.
Well, if she didn't do it and you didn't do it, how did it happen to happen?
I'm still not sure. All I know is that when I met Mary, she touched something in me, and my whole life changed. Everything changed. She was the only thing that meant anything to me. After that, and she began to mean more and more, and I still had obligations from relationships that I'd already begun. And
Like with me?
Especially with you. I didn't know how to stop it. I didn't know how to change the plans. Once it had begun, I didn't know how I was going to stop it.
I'm afraid that I have some awfully bad news for you. We just got a message saying that your Uncle Morris Fredericks died.
Morris Fredericks? I don't know any Morris Fredericks, and I don't have any uncles.
Aren't you Walter Mink?
No.
You're not
No,
Walter...
I'm Dennis Foley.
Are you sure?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, then why did you take that pill? I'm going to have to report this to Dr. Furman. He may have to pump your stomach.
So you mean you were always thinking about her while you were engaged to me? That's it, isn't it? That's the truth.
Yes, that is the truth. I was in love with her. And, you know, in spite of everything, in spite of the whole impossible situation, and in spite of myself, I'm still in love with her. And I love her. And I just love her, and I'm sorry, Kathy.
Goodbye, Dennis.
Kathy. Kathy. I'm sorry.
I know you are. And, I'm not angry. Really. Because, you see, I love Mary too.
Simply do not understand you.
Look, Howard, I don't want to start the day with an argument.
You want to tell me why you brought Tom Hartman into this house last night?
Because he's a friend of mine. I didn't have any place to stay. I have a right to bring friends here. This is partly my house. Am I wrong about that, too?
You are deliberately missing the point.
Oh, am I?
Yes, you are. And the point is, as you very well know, there are certain things we don't want anybody to know about. And you deliberately bring a stranger into the house? And if he finds out, you can be damn sure the whole neighborhood is going to know.
Are you through?
Yeah.
Well, you made a mistake.
About what?
You said we don't want anybody to know, right?
That's right.
No, that isn't right. It's wrong. You don't want anybody to know. I don't give a damn who knows. I want the whole world to know. I'm sick and tired of living in a closet. I want to start living like a human being. And I'll tell you...
Harry.
Hi, Ed. Hey, listen, that's a great shower head you got in there. Hi, Howard. How are you?
Okay.
Hey, don't do that. Let me do that. Let me make up my own.
No, that's okay.
No, come on. If I'm in a bunker, I want to pull my own weight. Now, come
Don't
on.
worry about it.
That's Ed's answer for everything. Don't worry about it.
Okay, Howard, knock it off.
Listen, I think I got to get going. I'll see you guys later.
Wait a minute, you haven't even had breakfast?
Well, that's okay. I'll get something at the
No,
coffee
the
shop,
coffee's
all
on
right?
the stove.
No, that's all right. Listen, I can see you two guys have something to talk over, so I'll just clear out, okay? Hey, listen, Ed, thanks. Thanks for everything, okay?
Forget it.
Okay. Thanks, Howard. Bye-bye.
See you later.
You want to tell me just how long he's going to be here?
Just as long as I damn well please.
That's crazy.
Look, if there's anything crazy about it, it's because you're driving me right up the wall. Now, I'll tell you another damn thing about it.
Boys, that's enough. Will you two never stop fighting? What's the matter with you?
You tell him to get Tom Hartman out of this house.
You tell him that this is my house, and I'll do just as I damn well please in it.
Now, you listen here.
Stop it! Now, you have got to stop this ridiculous bickering and fighting. Aren't you ever going to learn?
Well, I've learned one thing, Mother. If he isn't going to be more reasonable.
Howard, now, I do not want to hear another word out of either of you. It's all this awful fighting that draws attention to us every place we live. I am tired of moving. I would love to settle down in one place and stay there for a while. But with all your ridiculous carryings on, that's impossible. The trouble always starts with these awful fights. And then soon everybody knows, and we have to move on to another place.
Well, it's his fault. It's not my fault.
You're the one that will
Now,
always...
that's enough. I just can't stand any more of this. Now, either you two stop with this ridiculous bickering and fighting, or I will move out and let you live by yourselves. And you know what will happen then.
Abby, after 14 years of happy married life, my husband has left me. Actually, not all of the 14 years were happy. I mean, what is happiness? Only that's not the question. I'm writing you about... Oh, I see. Okay. I mean, what is happiness? Only that's not the question I'm writing you about, period. Okay. That's just a non-question question. The reason he left me is because I did not have an affair with another man, even though I took my clothes off and my underwear. He would have left me if I had had an affair, of course, but I didn't because the other man had a heart attack in the nick of time. That's good. That's good. Actually, it would not have been an affair. It would just have been one beautiful moment and then goodbye. Now, maybe my husband wouldn't have left me if he knew that, but I guess he would have because he thinks that playing around is different for a woman than for a man, and I guess that would have been playing around. My question is this. Since the other man was my sister's fiancé, although he was not going to marry her, even though she had a Belcherware shower, How can I get my sister not to hate me? I only did it for her because I didn't want her to have a loveless marriage, but I was going to do it anyway for one beautiful moment and then goodbye. But since she doesn't know that, she hates me, and I need all the friends that I can get right now, because it is very difficult when a husband leaves you after 14 happy married years, even if all of them weren't happy. You can ask your own sister if you don't believe me. That's very good. That's very good. Okay, what is your opinion? Signed, Mrs. Tom Hartman. No. Okay. Signed, Wondering. Okay. P.S. I am not the same Wondering who wrote to you about leathers and whips. Personally, I think she was weird. Kathy, now wait a minute, okay? Just wait a minute. Now, before you tell me that you hate me or anything like that, let's just wait till we hear from dear Abby, okay? Because I wrote to her, I told her everything. I did not use your name. I called you Heathcliff.
Mary, I don't hate you. I love you.
You love me? Do you really love me? You really do? Kathy, don't joke. This is not a time for joking.
I don't joke about love.
Well, that's a very wise thing.
Love is sacred.
Well, you're right. I mean, you're absolutely right. I mean, love is sacred. I'm just very confused here. I mean, I really thought you hated me.
Mary, he's yours. I give him to you.
What, you give him to me? You just give him to me like that? Oh, thank you. I mean, that's very sweet of you. It's like a personalized gift. I mean, nobody's ever given me anybody before. Who are you giving me?
Dennis.
Dennis? Oh, Kathy. That's very sweet. I mean, I really appreciate that. But don't you think you ought to ask Dennis if he wants to be given?
He loves you.
Oh, Kathy, come on. How can you say that? You can't say that. You don't know if somebody loves somebody like that. How do you know he loves me?
He told me.
He told you? He told you that he loves me? Oh, no. Why would he tell you that he loves me? I mean, I don't believe that. You're just saying that to make me feel better, right? You're just saying that. You are saying that to make me... You don't have to say that to make me feel... When did he tell you that?
This morning.
He told you... He told a third party...
Yes.
Then it must be true. Then that must be true. You do not tell a third party that you love them to somebody else unless that's true.
It's true, Mary, and that's why I forgive you. God bless you, Mary.
Kathy, can I ask you a personal question?
Sure.
You just seem so calm, you know? And just under... I mean, these circumstances are very uncommodative circumstances. How come you're not screaming and yelling?
Because I now know what I want to do with the rest of my life. And a thing like that is very commodative.
What do you want to do with the rest of your life?
To become a nun.
A nun.
Yes.
Really?
Well, my mind is made up, definitely, yes.
A nun? This time you really want to become a nun? Do you know, you want to know something? I just realized something.
What?
You will be the first nun that we have ever had in our family. It's probably because we're not Catholic.
Bringing Tom Hartman totally
into this
unreasonable.
house.
It just
It's gotta be the most
so I did
stupid
bring
thing
him
you
home.
have ever
That
done.
is not the most
enough.
stupid thing. It's
We haven't got
That
enough
is
problems with you ever
enough. I do not know what is the matter with the two of you.
He's got to learn to be more reasonable, Mother.
Reasonable? Look, I am not the one who is being unreasonable. You
I
have
am
exhibited
not going to put up with any more of this. Now, I swear it. I am not going to tolerate my sons acting in such a ridiculous...
Oh, come off it, Betty. I'm not your son.
Ed.
I'm not your son. We all know it, and I'm sick of this charade.
Ed.
Look, Howard, it's time we stop pretending. She's your mother, not mine. I don't mind her living with us if that's the way you want it. But I want us to face the world squarely and honestly.
Oh, but son...
Betty, I am not your son. I live with your son. You know, Howard, sometimes I don't think your mother approves of us.
Well, the action is going to be hot as Penn State tackles the University of Nebraska on the Kickoff Classic. That's coming August 29th at 5:30.